What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And today I'm talking to my ladies, because y'all always asking where the high value men at, where the men with money at. If I could just be around him, I could get him. Well, I'm going to tell y'all where to go. Getting him, you on your own. But I'll tell you where the high value men dwell, where they be hiding at, okay? You can't think like a basic. If you think about basic dude activities, you're not going to find high value men, okay? So let's start here. Where do high value men dwell? Number one, country clubs and golf courses. Any type of driving ranges, golf courses, or country clubs. I said courses. I meant courses. Golf courses or country clubs. That's where you're going to find a bunch of high value men. Now, I'm going to say this. A lot of these places, you got to be a member to get in. Okay, and the membership fees ain't cheap. Like, I'm a member at a country club, and it ain't cheap. But that's where you're going to run into a bunch of CEOs, a bunch of entrepreneurs with real businesses who have actual employees, a bunch of old money, generational wealth. They hang out at the country clubs. It gets passed down to them, so the fees is nothing for them. A way to get in there, ladies, if you can't afford it yet, you know, you're not on that level necessarily yet, but the way to get in there is if you work a job, you know what I'm saying, where you're around a lot of dudes with money, for example, right? Now, I never advise dating where you work because just all the work politics that go into it. But let's say you work somewhere like Lockheed Martin, or you work at a hospital, you know what I'm saying, you're a nurse or something like that, or you work at a law firm or anything like that. A lot of times these guys already have access to these country clubs and these driving ranges and these golf courses, and you can go with them and then just holler at men through them while you're there. But golf courses, okay, driving ranges and country clubs, those are some of the best places to find high value men. Now, it's going to be hard to find high value men in the club. I tell y'all that all the time because they don't really dwell in the club. But if you go into the VIP section of lounges, okay, usually lounges specifically, if you go into the VIP section of lounges, namely downtown high-priced lounges, you'll find a bunch of dudes with money in there. Now, he gonna have chicks with him, so you're gonna have to compete. If you think you're just gonna go up to VIP and start shaking your ass and slide in there and get a drink, it ain't gonna work like that. Because he's gonna always have women with him, and you're gonna have to get them women out of the way, or they're gonna try to get you out of the way. They're gonna be like, I spent all my time finding my high value man. You ain't about to prance your little fat ass over here and shake it around and steal them. So you might have to blend in with the girls or get good with the girls to be allowed to go over into that section. But if you go to a downtown lounge or club, you'll always find some high value men in the VIP section of the club. You can't be on the floor. Now, Met Galas, okay? Met Galas, balls, stuff like that, mayor's balls, things like that. That's in other places where you'll find a lot of high value, successful men, high profile guys be in those areas. Now, I want you guys to understand something. From the VIP lounge to the Met Galas to the balls, if you are gonna be hollering at high value men, you can't come club dressed. You gotta come dressed like kind of classy, which means you preferably want your dress below your knees. Okay, it could be skin tight, that's fine, but what you don't want to do is wear a skin tight dress that's barely above your ass, because the thing is, when you're dealing with dudes with money, they deal with escorts. Alright, so what happens is, if you come up there and you thick and you got nice titties, but you barely got any clothes on, you wearing a skin tight dress that's super small and tight, they gonna think you an escort. So they gonna come to you with a fist full of 20s, and y'all gonna be mad as hell, like, damn, why he trying to play me like that? So make sure you got your gown on, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily a gown, but a nice dress that goes at least to your knees, or a gown honestly works out too. It can still be skin tight, but make sure it's not too revealing. That way you look like you belong and you don't look like you just there to get it popping. Next place where you can find a lot of high value men, trips outside the country. If you ever take a flight outside of the country, there'll be a lot of high value men on that flight. You know what I'm saying? You could do some interactions on that flight. Like if you're going out to like Dubai, or you're going to Egypt, or Africa, or Tokyo, Japan, or something like that, start getting flirty, start talking to a lot of the dudes on those flights. You'll find out a lot of them have high profile, big paying jobs. So you can find them there. Weddings, guys. That's a slept on spot. If you got a friend who getting married, or you do like, you host weddings or you plan weddings or whatever the case, a lot of time men with money get married. Why? Because it looks better on a corporate professional resume. Yes, that's true, fellas, no matter what y'all think. It makes you look stable, it makes you look dedicated, it makes you look like you focused and you have a plan. So a lot of high value men that get married. You see a lot of actors, you see a lot of athletes, you see a lot of entertainers. Most of them are married. CEOs, investors, most of them are married. So you'll meet a lot of them just going to different weddings, or like I said, doing, either you plan the wedding or you know someone getting married or you do photography at the wedding. Try to keep yourself around weddings and you'll run into a lot of high value men at weddings. Sporting events, now you gotta be front row. You have to be front row. But if you can go to sporting events and you can get front row, like NFL games, NBA games, MLB games, NHL games, all-star games, specifically Pro Bowls, stuff like that, you'll see a lot of high-value men there. But like I said, you got to be able to get to the low part. See, a lot of the places where the high-value men dwell, ladies, it's like a price cap on that. You can't just show up. A lot of these places, like I said, you either got to pay the money or you got to be a member. But so you might have to finagle your way in, okay? But I'm just telling you where these dudes be dwelling at. You got to look for them. They're not just out and about out there like that. You got to go and look for them. So like I said, you get to a sporting event, you can get front row, you can flirt around a little bit there. You'll find a lot of high quality, high value men there as well. The last little tips I'm going to leave y'all with, big community events, okay? Like big community service events like runs for breast cancer or runs for testicular cancer or fundraisers for St. Jude's Children's Hospitals and stuff like that. You'll find a lot of high value men there. Okay, a lot of them, they'll run, they'll participate, they'll donate, or they'll be hosting these events, or they'll want to sponsor these events because it's a tax write-off. So a lot of time going and running or participating in or hosting or buying things from these events will put you in the vicinity of high value men too. Any financial parties or like real estate events or anything like that, where big money is being spent around, like I said, open houses for real estates and stuff like that, you can find a lot of high value men in there too. Okay, so you just got to change your mindset. You got to change how you're thinking in the areas that you're looking a little bit, because like I said, you're not going to find them in the regular hole in the wall club. You're not. You damn sure ain't going to find them just walking around outside. You got to put yourself in the environments where people with money will be. Okay? And you don't want to just show up in the suburbs and you don't live there and stuff like that, because then you're going to look crazy. You're going to look like a stalker. So I'm giving you social places where you can show up, kind of act like you belong, blend in, and shoot your shot, ladies. Because you're going to have to shoot your shot. He got money. He ain't going to shoot a shot at you. I'm going to let you know that right now. So you're going to have to shoot your shot, all right? So check out some of those areas. You're guaranteed to find some dudes who are well off, who are doing well for themselves, who can even match you or uplift you. But make sure you on your feminine and friendly wave. Don't go up there with no stank-ass attitude, because, again, these dudes got money and they're not going to deal with it. I'll do a part 2 to this another time, but these are just some quick places where you can find high-value, high-profile men if that's what you're looking for, all right? I'm Alex, and I'm out. Peace.